It's the Texas weather discussion video for Monday, the 13th of May. I'm Donovan Neal. Most of this week should be mostly dry, should feature seasonably warm temperatures, but then as we get towards the weekend, we could see some severe storms, particularly on Saturday. And much of next week is focused to be dry as well. So here's the upper mirror map across the continental United States this morning. This is the look at 500 millibars, around 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. You can see we have a shortwave trough that's getting ready to emerge from the west, and we have another trough that's in the northeast of us near Chicago. But that doesn't stop us from reaching the upper 50s to the low 60s this morning. And it'll be nice because we'll actually be in the low 80s today, about where we should be for around this time of the year. Across the watch warning map, not much going on across the nation. And on the convective outlooks, we do have that standard slight risk in effect for parts of southwest Texas. But other than that, we stay dry. Tomorrow, we could see some thunder for our southwestern part of North Texas, but other than that, no organized severe weather is expected anywhere across the nation, and pretty much the same deal on Wednesday. But on day 5, which is Friday, we do have a risk of severe weather for basically the western high plains, the western southern plains through the high plains and up to South Dakota. And then that risk shifts to the south central plains on day 6, which is Saturday. Basically, a risk of severe storms for central Texas all the way through southern Oklahoma near Wichita, Kansas. And of course, we want to point out the details, but obviously it's still way too early to pinpoint any details at this point. Average rainfall for the next 7 days, fairly consistent across the nation. And for North Texas, I think we'll see around 1 to 2 inches of rain, and that's anything that we see on Saturday with that storm system coming through. So, model fans, let's go. This is the 06Z run of the GFS valve this afternoon at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars. You can see we had that trough moving. You can see we had that trough that's basically to the south of El Paso. And down here, although we do have that trough, we should stay dry on Monday. Pretty much highs in the low 80s. Same thing on Tuesday. And pretty much the same deal on Wednesday. Pretty mostly sunny, dry highs in the mid 80s this time. Not much to mention Thursday. Same thing Friday. And now here's Saturday. Here's Saturday as the weekend begins. Saturday we do have that 1004 millibar low that's basically positioned in the Texas Panhandle, northwestern part of Texas, and of course we'll have that dry line positioned just to the south of that, and we could see some severe weather. We could see a few severe storms as a result of that, whether it be a squall line or multicellular thunderstorms. And if that were the case, we would have the potential for large hail and tornadoes. But one thing first that's certain though is we could see some severe storms. Here's the surface-based CAPE, the instability values, and you can see that they're upwards of around anywhere from 3,000 to around 4,000, over 4,000 joules per kilogram, and that's more than sufficient for some severe weather, especially around this time in May. But this is still 6 days out. This is way too early to pinpoint any specific details, but a lot of things can change, so be sure to stick with the forecast. But on Sunday, we do clear though. With that activity pushed off to the east, we clear a lot. Highs mostly in the mid 80s, with a mix of sun and clouds. Here's a week from today, Monday the 20th of May. We all know where that day is. 591 heat bubble located in southern Texas and in Mexico, and we all know what that brings when we see those heat bubbles. A stretch of dry weather. But luckily for North Texas, we won't see any 90-degree weather for a while now. Highs will be in the mid 80s. And here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. Wednesday, the 22nd of May. We have we have that 594 Death Ridge right on top of the deep south, and down here, we stay dry as a result of that. numbers for the next 15 days coming off of the GFS ensemble. You can see we're pretty much in the mid 80s for the remainder of this week, and then by Saturday we'll be in the low 80s as a result of some of those storms, and then after that on Sunday and throughout the rest of May we'll pretty much be in the mid to upper 80s. We're getting very close to 90-degree weather, but not quite there yet. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. All more notes in the blog. Next video here will be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.